1. The turning over of the relics of the great Saint Mark the Apostle by the hand of Pope Paul VI, Pope of Rome. On this day of the year 1684 AM, that coincided the Saturday of 22nd of June 1968 AD, in the 10th year of the papacy of Pope Kyrillus VI, 106th Pope of Alexandria. The official delegation of the Pope of Alexandria received the relics of the great Saint Mark the Apostle, the evangelist of the Egyptian land, and the first patriarch of the See of Saint Mark from the hand of Pope Sils, and the first patriarch of the See of Saint Mark from the hand of Pope Paul VI, Pope of Rome, in the Papal Palace, Vatican City. The delegation consisted of 10 metropolitans and bishops. 7 of them were Coptic, and 3 Ethiopians, and 3 lay leaders. The Alexandrian papal delegation left Cairo on Thursday, the 23rd of Paona, 1684 AM, on a special plane, accompanied by 90 of the Coptic personalities, among them 7 priests. They will receive a delegation of cardinals and priests delegated by Pope Paul VI and the ambassador of Egypt to the Vatican at the airport at Rome. At the airport in Rome, 12 o'clock, the morning of Saturday, the 15th of Bona, was the appointed time for the Alexandrian papal delegation to meet the Pope of Rome and receive the relics of Saint Mark the Apostle. At the appointed time, the delegation were headed by Anba Marcus, Metropolitan of Abu Tek and Tahta, and were received by Pope Paul VI in his private office. Pope Paul greeted the delegation, commending Pope Kirill VI and the Church of Alexandria. He congratulated the delegation on the opening of the new St. Mark Cathedral and the receiving of the relics of St. Mark. Anba Marcus, the head of delegation, replied with a short speech in which he carried the greeting of his brother, the Pope of Alexandria. Then he handed him a letter from Pope Kyrillus VI, thanking him and introducing the members of delegation. Pope of Rome, along with the head of the Alexandrian delegation, they carried by the box that contained the relics of St. Mark. They all walked in a procession to a grand room which was prepared to receive the copts, accompanied by the official delegates to witness this hero's historical and joyful moment. The box containing the relics was placed on a special table. The Roman pontiff came forward and knelt before the box and kissed it. He was followed by Anba Marcus, the head of the Alexandrian papal delegation, who was followed by the member of the delegation. During the veneration of the relics of Saint Mark the Apostle, the Coptic priests and deacons present chanted appropriate ecclesiastical hymns. Joy filled the hearts of everyone, Egyptian and foreign. An atmosphere, an atmosphere of spirituality and holiness filled the room. The Roman Pope then sat on his throne, and Anbar Gregorius, Bishop of Higher Studies and Scientific Research, gave a speech in English representing the delegation. He expressed it he explained in it the greetings of Pope Kyrillus VI and the joy of the Christians of Egypt and Ethiopia for the return of the relics of Saint Mark the Apostle after 11 centuries, during which the body of Saint Mark was absent from the country in which he was martyred. Pope of Rome replied in an official speech in French that he read while sitting on the throne. In it, he asserted the history of the Alexandrian Church and its long struggle in the field of dogma. He also he also praised its heroes and its learned people such as Athanasius the Apostolic, Kyrillos the Pillar of the Faith, Pantheus, and Clement. He hoped that The celebration of the day would be a sign of love and bond between the Church of Alexandria and the Church of Rome. The Roman Pope asks in his speech also from the head Cardinal Doval and members of the Roman papal delegation to carry his greetings, admiration, appreciation to Pope Kyrillos VI, the clergy of the Church of Alexandria, Egypt, and its people. Afterwards, the Pope and Anba Marcus, the head of the delegation, rose up to exchange the commemorative gifts. Anba Marcus gave the Pope presents which were sent by His Holiness Pope Kyrillos. Pope of Rome admired the precious gifts and asked the Marcus to convey his thanks to His Holiness Kyrillos. The Pope in return gave the members of the delegation commemorative presents. The Roman Pope then gave Marcus, the head of the Alexandrian papal delegation, an official document dated May 28, 1968 AD, testifying that the relics were authentic and belonged to Saint Mark the Apostle and were taken from the original place with veneration. The document was signed by Cardinal Porphyr, the deputy of Vatican City. Thus, the official celebration of handing over the relics of Saint Mark the Apostle ended, and the delegation went back to their hotel. May the blessing of Saint Mark be with us. Amen. 2. On this day also is the commemoration of the appearance of the body of the Honorable Saint, great Martyr Mina, and the consecration of his church at Mariut. On the body Now the body of the saint was hidden, and the Lord wished to reveal it. It came to pass that there was a shepherd who passed to his sheep near the place where the body of the saint was buried. One day, one of his sheep, which was sick of a skin disease, dipped itself in the water of a pond which was near that place. It then went out of the water and rolled itself in the sand of that place, and it was healed straightway. When the shepherd saw the wonder, he marveled and took the sand of the place and mixed it with the water of pond. He smeared every mangy sheep or any that he had a deformity, and they were healed immediately. The report of this shepherd became widespread in all the regions the empire until the Emperor of Constantinople heard of it. He had an only daughter who was leprous. Her father sent her there. He questioned the shepherd about how she could get rid of her illness and told her she took some of that sand and mixed it with the water. She retied her carcass and smeared her body with the mixture and slept that night in that place. She saw in a dream Saint Mina and he told her, rise up early and dig in this place, and you shall find my body. When she woke up from her sleep, she found herself healed. She dug in that place, and she found the holy body. She sent to her father to inform him about what had happened. He rejoiced exceedingly, thanked God, and praised His holy name. He sent men and money and built a church in that place, which was consecrated on this day. When Arcadius and Honorius reigned, they ordered a city to be built there, which was called Mariut. The message came to this church interceding with the blood of Mary Mina, with the blessed Mary Mina. God has honored it by the miracles and wonders that were manifested from his pure body until the Muslims occupied the city and destroyed it. The biography of this saint is mentioned under the 15th day of Hathor. May his intercession be with us, and glory be to God forever. Amen.